Hey everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome to Lift and Sketch with Christy and Rachel. Today we're working with this awesome sketch from Audrey Yeager. It is a bit of an older one that she created, but I loved it and I thought it'd be really fun to create a back to school layout for Jackson using it, and I can't wait to get started. So my plan here is I'm going to make a flip book because I took 3 really cute photos of Jackson that really showed off his personality. So I got one of him being cute and smiling in like the photo that you would post all over Instagram. And then I got one where he's kind of laughing, being silly. And then I've got one more, which is something he's doing a ton of right now, which is raising his eyebrows and giving me this look. And he gives it to myself and to Sean when he's just thinks we're crazy. I don't know. It's hilarious. And so I wanted to definitely get all 3 of them in because it's his stage of life. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I also, you can see, took a photo of his backpack and his shoes for this year. So he chose a Spider-Man themed backpack. He was super excited about it. And we got him some Star Wars high tops, which we actually picked up from Value Village. And we already have to buy a new pair because we bought them from Value Village, but he loved them. So we're going with it. Now I'm using this piece of pattern paper from Pink Fresh Studios. I have been hoarding it forever because I was trying to figure out how to use those arrows and how to use the pattern paper. I liked both sides of it and I had no idea what I was going to do, but I figured if I'm going to give this a try, this is going to be the layout to do it. No idea. I'm going to go ahead and freehand cut and all of that. And what ends up happening is I decide that I like the idea of having all of the cream color being the big kind of plus sign that you see there. So this is really just a kind of funky plus sign of strips of pattern paper or corners of pattern paper, basically, is what I've decided it kind of looks like. And so I decide that it all needs to be the same. You can see I had 2 of the green and then 2 of the white, and I'm just going to go ahead and transfer that. I also was trying to add in pops of red because of the red in the photos and his backpack and all of that. This isn't going to work. The idea of it was there, but it's just this pattern paper, it's just not going to work. I had pulled some 6x6 patterns from my stash, just trying to get them used up, and unfortunately, yeah, no, it's just not going to work. I do use one piece, which you'll see in the end, but other than that, no 6x6 were harmed in the making of this layout, except for this poor little one. But I will find out a way to make it work later down the road. So I'm liking this, but something's missing. So my plan is then to go ahead and make the line so I know where I'm going to go. Use a little bit of gesso and then do a tiny bit of mixed media in the coral color that I have. Now, we all know how I feel about red, but this coral, it works. And knowing that I'm going to be putting layers on top of it, I was okay with it. However, I have to tell you, when I created this and I made this big line that you can see right here, I should not have done that. I should have started with just going ahead and spreading it out throughout. Like, you're going to see it gets kind of turns into like this random circle, and I add a bunch of water to make it work. Thank goodness for gesso. And my photos are covering up a lot of it, but I should not have done that big old streak down the middle because you can see it if you look hard enough. So then of course I tried to make the streak the other way so you can see the cross, and yeah, it was a big old disaster. But it's okay. I let it dry. I add some splatters so you can tell that I really meant to use it. I'm going to add my layers back on and it's not so bad. Plus I have to add a title still. My photos have to go back on. And I need to use those fun little arrows that you see there. Now, this is where this layout becomes like awesome to me because you all know I have to do a little bit of something to a layout. I can't just let it be basic. There's got to be a little bit of extra. So my plan here is, I'm going to fussy cut every single one of those, and I'm going to make 2 lines on the left-hand side. And then I'm going to take the other spare parts of these arrows and place them randomly throughout the layout in a couple other spots as soon as I figure out what my title is going to be and where my journaling is going to get placed. Doing this really helps the fact that right now it's a pretty opened layout, if that makes sense. Like, it's very airy, and it totally would work if that's the look you're going for. Definitely stop there. Don't do what I'm doing because I make it a little bit busier. But if you like a little bit more interest in being airy and clean, so to speak, is is not your style, this would be a way you could do it. And you use up the entire pattern paper. Like I think I had one scrap that was salvageable from using this pattern paper. Definitely a way to go. So I went ahead and did that. You can see I did stitch the cross as well. And now here's that piece of 6x6 paper I use as a border. I just wanted a little bit of interest to go kind of be capturing the photo of Jackson because it is about him. So it just has the months of the year, of the week. Oh my goodness. It has the days of the week on it, which is perfect for school themed. And then this little piece that says I am, it is from the I Am collection. And I actually had put it into my giveaway section in my basket. And I was looking at it thinking like, I need to make this title say I am in big kid school, because when Jackson was in preschool and they did their celebration for graduating, one of the songs at the end of it says, now I'm off to big kid school. And so that's what Jackson calls kindergarten and elementary is big kid school. And I love that. So that is going to be my title. I use a little bit of these fun little mini foam thickers. I love these. They're so versatile and you can spell so many words with it. So they're fabulous. And then I'm using some more of these chalk. I almost think that I can look to see if I can make maybe 1 or 2 more words, and I might be able to get rid of that. I have had that forever, so I'm really excited. And I know that I have the word big here. I had 2 sheets of this awesome thicker. I had used it just last month on another layout with the word big to say big city. So I knew I had another word big, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And then I decided to use this little kind of tag thing here. I'm going to make that where my journaling goes. So I'm going to put that just right underneath the photo of the backpack and shoes and do my little bit of journaling. Add those other little bits and pieces with the arrows. You can see those 2 black ones there. I'm going to add 2 by the title as well. And then I add another amount just right by the photo of Jackson and that other quadrant. So the only one that's kind of left blank is that bottom left-hand quadrant, which gives you a nice breathing room, so to speak, with the layout. And that basically wraps up this layout. I love the way it turns out. I do stitch those arrows as well. And it's just fun and playful. And I feel like it's a really great back to school themed layout. So thank you, Audrey, for the beautiful sketch inspiration. Please make sure to head on over and check out Rachel's layout if you haven't already. I'm a little bit late in getting this up. It's kind of been a crazy end of the month. And I hope to see you all tomorrow with a hot video, but if not, it will be up this week, I promise. But like I said, life is just a little tiny bit crazy. So I'm going to just finish off by adding 2 little things. I add something to make that space where the journaling is. I put wild and free there, and then right above the photo of Jackson, I believe it says you have what it takes. And so I was able to use up a couple pieces of ephemera from this little pack that I've had forever as well. Coming up is a look at my finished layout. I hope everyone, like I said, is having a fabulous weekend, and I will see you all soon on the next layout. You're just going to see me kind of flip through the rest of this just to see. I'm trying to find that one right there. That's honestly it. But I do leave it all in. I'm trying to do that, leave as much as possible for you to see, so you kind of get the real look into life. You're also going to see a recap video from me on my spending free, so stay tuned for that this week as well. All right, I think we're finally through all those little pieces, and I go right back to that wild and free. Now, here's a look at the finished layout. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Bye.